Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. This is Tony Butler with Insurance Agency Marketing Services, and I'm one of the life sales directors here. And I want to thank you guys for joining our webinar this morning. We're going to be talking about Expert Office with American National. On the webinar, we have Michael Carsello and Angie Hitchman with American National, and they'll be joining us here in a moment. Do want to touch on a few items, housekeeping items, if you will, here with Insurance Agency Marketing Services. First off, I want to talk about the new Producers Builders. If you're not familiar with IAMS, we do have a new Producers Builders program for you to help you grow your production. So if you are a new agent here with IAMS, we do offer some perks depending on your production level, whether it be 100,000, 250, 500, 750, or a million. And as you see, we offer things from 1,500 piece postcard mailing all the way up to consumer-facing brochures and video help. So if you have questions in regards to how to grow your production or be a part of the new Producers Builders, please do not hesitate to give us a call. Be more than happy to discuss that with you. We also have our Business Builders, which is a referral program for you, the agent or the advisor. I know that referrals are a big part of agents' business as well as it is ours. So if you do refer an agent to IAMS and that agent does get appointed with any of the carriers that we work with, we do provide you with a $50 referral bonus. Any subsequent business that they submit, you can earn additional monies on that as well. So please give your sales director a call. Be more than happy to discuss that with you as well. We offer back office support here. We always like to say we want to help you work smarter, not harder. So we offer paperless contracting for you, case design assistance, and forms are available at your fingertips. We can help with life and annuity quotes, case designs. So again, let us be your back office. We want to work with you all the way from submissions to commissions. With the current pandemic, COVID-19, we get a lot of agents that are saying that they're unable to get in front of their clients, which is understandable. So we offer a couple of platforms that allow you to do electronic applications. One of the platforms is through Firelight. And as you see here, the carriers on the left are the carriers that we have available on our Firelight platform. We are adding carriers on a consistent basis. As you see on the right, here's some of the carriers that we will be adding. The majority of the carriers through the Firelight platform are for our annuity business, but we do offer another platform on the life side of things, and I'll touch on that here in a moment. But we do have some life carriers on Firelight, such as Allianz and Equitrust. We also offer creative marketing solutions for you. We want to help you with whether it be turnkey, agency, or digital solutions. So what that means is if you need assistance with handouts or flyers, logo designs, business cards, or brochures, or you want to get into the digital marketing space, whether you need assistance with your website, digital marketing strategies, we can help with that. We like to do what we like to call marketing analysis for our agents, I should say, which kind of sets you up to do a blueprint on how you're looking to see your business move forward here in 2021. So if you're interested in doing that, please reach out to your marketing person and they'll be more than happy to do that for you. We also have the website here at IAMS, www.iamsinc.com. The website is a 24/7 website. We have excellent sales tools available for you life agents. You're able to do term and universal life quotes on the website. You're able to access forms on the website. You're also able to do electronic applications. Our iGo eApp solutions is available for you. That is the second platform that I mentioned earlier where you can submit electronic applications. We offer a retirement analyzer. It's free for qualifying agents. What the retirement analyzer helps you, the advisor, do is answer questions for your clients, such as when can I retire safely without running out of money? How would it affect my family if I were to die prematurely? How could my situation change during turbulent economic times? If you need assistance in regards to the retirement analyzer or more information on a retirement analyzer, feel free to give us a call. Be more than happy to provide that information to you. We have a wealth management team available for your clients that are higher net worth to help you increase your revenue, improve client retention, and strengthen the relationships with your clients. I would say to reach out to Charles Jr. and his team in regards to that, and they'd be more than happy to go over what they can provide for you. Today is a holiday for them, so they are closed, but they will be back on Tuesday. If you're familiar with IAMS, then you're familiar with our Life and Annuity Academy. Right now, we do not have one on the books. It is a 2-day training, but what we do have on the books is our Ascend virtual kickoff. That virtual kickoff is this week. It's January 20th through the 22nd. If you haven't registered, I strongly encourage that you do. As you see here, here are some of the guest speakers that we're going to have available. We're going to talk about new marketing strategies and sales concepts. I do have a polling question in regards to our virtual kickoff. So if you have not registered and you're looking to get registered, please respond to this polling question, and we'll definitely get that information emailed over to you. I'll leave this up for a few more seconds to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to respond. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close that out. For those of you that are interested, I'll make sure to get that registration information out to you. Okay, so with that, Angie, you there?
I am.
All right, I'm going to change this over to you.
Okay.
And make you the presenter. There you go.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks, Tony. I want to give you guys the opportunity to welcome you, and thank you for giving us a little bit of time. Give me 1 second, and I will get this set up. Tony, can you see my screen okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. One of the things that we want to go over with you, we have an ExpertOffice platform, and of course you can do business with us hopefully as one of the preferred carriers completely and utterly remotely. We have all of our life and annuity products in with ExpertApp, which I'm going to touch on here in just a moment, but just a couple of things that I want to review with you. We've got several different tools within ExpertOffice which allow you to not only illustrate all of our life and annuity products, but attach that illustration in ExpertApp. And then once it's submitted to American National, you can track that using the new business tool. And you can do all of this completely and utterly remotely. So obviously during our COVID environment, we don't want you, unless you absolutely have to with social distancing, actually be in person with your client. So has been the case for the last really 10 months. So we want to show you how you can do that and do that pretty seamlessly. So let me show you. If you've never been in ExpertOffice before, I'm going to give you a resource towards the end of this presentation. And this is our field support center that can get you in and get you up and running. But what ExpertOffice is the agent's digital briefcase. It's the agent's portal. It's also the agency's portal. So within this, Expert Illustrator will allow you to get in and illustrate all the life and annuity products that we have. So this is just a quick example of what the screen will look like, the plan screen. Let's say that you're illustrating our signature guaranteed universal life product, and your client is happy with the face amount, the premium amount, and they want to go ahead and start an application. So it's very easy. Hit the actions drop down button, click on ExpertApp. That will attach the illustration into ExpertApp. It will also pull over the client name, the state, the gender, the client's date of birth, so it reduces the amount of data entry that you have to do. So then you can start the application directly into ExpertApp. And this is just a quick glance of what you'll see when you get into ExpertApp. So this is kind of a snapshot of each one of the screens and then the fields that you're populating. Think of it like it's a fillable PDF. So everything that you're doing, you're filling out, it's mapping to the appropriate application, the correct state, forms, disclosures, everything that you need to send us an in good order application is included in with this. So of course, get all the information from your client. We have people that obviously will do a conference call and sit here on their laptop in their home office or wherever they may be and go through and fill out the applications. One of the things that we did when we created ExpertOffice was to create ExpertApp in a completely disconnected way. So you can download ExpertOffice to your tablet or to your laptop, and you don't have to have an internet connection to fill out the app if you don't want to. So we wanted to make that to where it would go through field by field, screen by screen, and allow you to do that completely disconnected. Of course, to go through one of the signing methods, you can do one of the signing methods completely offline, but that would require you to be face-to-face with your client. But if you utilize remote sign, which is what I'm going to show you here in just a moment, that's where the documents are emailed directly to your client. And like I said, you can be on the phone with them, have them on speakerphone and going through filling out everything, help them through the sign process, which incidentally, it's immediate. So once you start that sign process, they'll get an email, and I'll show you what that looks like. But we need for you to fill in all of the required fields, and a required field will be lit up red. So you're going to have green check marks along the left-hand side. If you see a red X somewhere, that means that a required field is missing some data. So in order to lock the application and go through the sign process, you got to have all green check marks. So we do have what's called smart underwriting built into ExpertApp. And what that means is we took a look to see what were the most common follow-up questions that an underwriter would ask for. And we tried to collect a lot of that information on the front end. And so as you're going through and filling out that information, there'll be additional drill down questions based upon how you are answering some of the higher level medical questions. So for example, this is just a quick example of somebody that has diabetes. And so we, instead of just saying, yes, they have diabetes, and then a little bit later, the underwriter may come back and ask, well, was this related to high blood sugar, low blood sugar? Is there another condition that's related to that caused the diabetes? We tried to build that in and get that information on the front end. So you can see on your screen, there'll be an option to click what the condition is, the date of diagnosis, put in the medication, additional doctors that you're seen by. Like I said, we're trying to get as much information as we can on the front end and then get a quick underwriting turnaround time, hopefully get a computer approval. So that sort of information is built in. You just answer the questions and it will guide you through the process. So this is an example of what it looks like with all of the green check marks completed. That means that all of the required fields have been populated, and it will allow you to lock that case and start the sign process. So you just hit the lock button, click the next button, and it will guide you through. The next couple of questions that you'll see is what will guide you through the signature process. So as I was saying, there is a signature method that can be used disconnected, but of course, all of the signing parties must be present. Of course, in our environment that we're in right now, we would encourage you to use remote sign. So answer those two questions that are in the middle. Are all signing parties present? No. Are you currently connected to the internet? Yes. This is remote sign. So this is what a client will see. And again, this is instantaneous. So once you start the sign process, they're going to get an email that looks just like this. It's going to prompt them to enter the last 4 digits of their Social Security number. That is what we refer to as their PIN. Once they enter that and they click here to view your application, it will prompt them for that PIN, and it's guiding them through this process the entire time. So this is what it's going to look like when they click and put in that PIN number. Every signing method has to have the client's consent to having their signature applied. So they would simply say accept, and then it moves them directly into the application at that point. On the right-hand side, there'll be like a little yellow flag. There'll also be a little gray icon with a down arrow, and in this example, it has a 1. That means that there is one signature place that the client needs to sign off. So if they're using their laptop, for example, using a mouse, they can click inside of that yellow box with the little yellow sticky flag, or they can touch it if it's a touch screen on their iPad, or if it's one of those Surface Pros where it's reactive. So once they click inside of that, you'll see below, it'll say e-signed, the client's name, and the date that they signed off on it. And it immediately moves them to the next page. If they're using a mobile device, such as their phone, this is what their view is going to look like. Same concept, accept it, move to the application, touch on the inside of that box, and it will say accepted if they're using their phone. So once all of the client's signatures, or once all the signing parties have completed their portion of the signature process, then it will be your turn as the agent. And of course, you're getting notifications all along the way. You could have a insured that's different from an owner, that's different from a payor. And so each time one of those parties of the signature process does their portion, you're getting notified via email. So once everybody has signed on their end, you will go through and sign on your end. So there'll be an email that comes to you. It'll say, go to your application. You will log in to ExpertApp, and there will be some documents that you can leave behind with your client. When I say leave behind, you can save them as a PDF and email them to your client, or you can print them out to be delivered with the policy. So at that point, we're not going to ask you to sign every single document that your client just signed off on, because you helped them fill this out. So what's going to happen is you would consent to your signature, click on the little box having the check mark applied there, enter the signing city, state, your name, and the last 4 of your social. And once you click that apply signature and submit, it puts your signature in all the agent's sign sections that's required. So basically you're signing one time and it's going to map to all the appropriate documents. So we wanted to save you some time on that. Once the business is in-house, this is what it looks like from a new business standpoint. This is our new business tool, and it allows you to track all pending life and annuity business. So in this example right here, you can see that your dashboard has just an overview of that. If you can click the inside of the wheel where it says 123, that's 123 pending life cases in this example, or you can click on the number inside of those parentheses, and it's going to take you directly to those policies. So this is where you would get to it. When you mouse over ExpertOffice, click on New Business. Of course, it will prompt you to sign in at that point, or you can sign in over to the right-hand side of ExpertOffice, and then you're inside of the portal. You can jump around to whatever it is that you need to do. So this will allow you to track that business. It will update anytime that a case manager or underwriter touches that case. It will update and mirror what we see in the admin system and our workflow system. So of course, general policy information, any policy that does not have any action that's been taken in the last 30 days, we identify that as critical to you. And again, that's to bring your attention to, hey, we don't want this to become incomplete, so we're going to draw your attention to it. Just think of it like it's a huge filtering mechanism. So people manage their business in all kinds of different ways. So we've created different ways for you to keep track of that. We do have a tool called Expert Scan, which is our tool that allows you to upload pending requirements. That is a separate tool within ExpertOffice, but for convenience, it's actually built into our new business tool. And of course, any emails that you get saying from an underwriter, from a case manager, letting you know that a pending requirement is out there, you can customize that. So again, clicking on anywhere inside of that wheel takes you directly to those policies. this is what a policy list will look like. So if you want to just filter out, if like I said, some people just manage their business. You can export that policy list if you want to over to the right-hand side, and it'll put it in an Excel format. You may have somebody that helps you manage your business, like an administrative assistant or something like that. However, it's convenient for you. We've created these ways for you to quickly get to those policies. Now, if you want to see just the policy requirement information, there's a plus and a minus sign out beside the policy number. When you click on that, it's going to open just the policy requirement information. If you want to see the account details, click directly on that hyperlink or click directly on that policy number, and it's going to open up more information for you. So on this screen, again, this is your policy requirement information, and as I'm showing you these screenshots, basically you're just moving down the page. So just scrolling down. Right here is where Expert Scan is actually built in. So let's say, for example, a questionnaire was needed in addition to that. You can get your client to fill that out, scan it, email it back to you, and then you can either drag and drop that file directly there or click to upload, and it will attach itself to that policy and allow you to send that and allow you to actually track when that requirement was sent in. If you're looking for an NIA form, which stands for not issued as applied, or an amendment that needs to be signed off on. So let's say we've issued that policy, it hasn't been paid yet because we need to have the client sign off on that NIA form. That's built in on a per policy basis. So it's very easy to get anything that you need directly on that policy. You can click on that little blue icon and open up the PDF. It'll allow you to email that to your client, or you can save that to your desktop or wherever you save your documents to, and get that requirement filled out and sent in. This is what a NIA form looks like on the left-hand side. So if you use DocuSign, we can take the signatures on that, any form for that matter, via DocuSign, or you can use the drag and drop approach that's built into ExpertApp down below. We do offer every single month, there are some field webinars that we do on each tool, as well as we do product webinars as well. There's also an ExpertOffice training page. If you go to our website and mouse over agency resources, you'll see on the left-hand side that there is some software training, some ExpertOffice software training, and that does not require a login. So anything you want to brush up on, if you want to know how to just do, if you're more comfortable with not watching a short video and you want to see screenshots and instructions, those are out there as well. So I encourage you to take a look at that if you want to know how to do something specific within ExpertOffice. So please feel free to visit our training page on that. And then for those of you who have never been into ExpertOffice, this is our Marketing Field Support Center's phone number. They also can help you. They're 8 to 4:30 Central Standard Time, so they are our submission to commission group. So they can run an illustration for you, help you get into ExpertApp, troubleshoot, as well as tracking pending requirements, get you to an underwriter for a risk assessment, and a whole lot more as far as that goes. So I wanted to make sure you had their contact information, as well as the email address is IMG, F as in Frank, S as in Sally, C as in Center, at americannational.com. So that's their contact information. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Tony, and Mike's going to go through a few pieces on each of our products for you. So I want to thank you for letting me show this to you, and appreciate the time.
Angie, thanks. Mike, you still there?
I am here.
Great. All right, I'm going to make you the panelist now, so just one moment. I've got it switched over to you.
Can you see my screen okay?
Hang on. Yep, I see it.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'll go ahead and get started then. Thank you, Angie, for going through our ExpertOffice platform. There's definitely a lot to like there, especially considering the environment we're in right now with the pandemic. For those of you I have not met, my name is Mike Carsello, and I'm a National Sales Manager with American National. I'm going to take some time and just go through our life products and features real quick. For those of you that don't know who American National is or what we're about, we're based in Galveston, Texas, and we were founded in 1905. We actually started with 100,000 of capital and 20,000 in surplus in 1905 to grow to a $20 billion plus company. We have a A rating for AM Best and S&P. We've actually held our AM Best rating since 1941, so we've held that A rating since 1941. We've weathered all of the economic and natural disasters since 1905, which has really propelled us to be one of the top insurance companies in the industry due to our financial and operational integrity. Furthermore, why would you choose American National Life? Well, there are multiple reasons. Not only do we have the ExpertOffice platform that Angie just covered, which is hugely beneficial for you and your customer, it also helps ease the transition to working remotely instead of face-to-face. We also offer a slew of other products and features, such as our accelerated underwriting programs for our Express and Express Plus underwriting. We also have accelerated benefit riders that come with all of our products for no additional cost for the chronic, critical, and terminal illnesses. And we also have a stellar product line. So just a little bit about our Express underwriting program, which goes up to $249,999 up to age 65. Just take note, this is not a guaranteed issue program. We do run an MIB and script check in-house, and if those are green lighted, you're looking at a pretty quick underwriting decision, typically within 72 hours. And again, standard and substandard rate classes are the only classes that are available for the Express underwriting, and within this band under $249,999. Now, if you want to go bigger, we do have Express Plus underwriting up to $1 million for over $250,000 for ages 18 to 50, and $250,000 to $500,000 for ages 51 to 60. Again, this is not a guaranteed issue program, and to qualify for the Express Plus underwriting, it does require an electronic application through our ExpertOffice platform that Angie just covered. Again, we will not automatically require an exam to be ordered. We do allow higher rate classes with this program over standard, such as our Preferred and Preferred Plus. Similar to our Express underwriting program, we run an MIB and script check in-house, and if those are green lighted, you're looking at a pretty quick decision time and turnaround time without an exam or paramed having to be ordered. So we do have an underwriting program for the lower face amount policies and the higher face amount policies. It's just for the higher face amount policies, we do require you to go through our ExpertOffice platform, which is also a benefit unto itself. Again, our accelerated benefit riders are included with all of our products as long as you have a minimum face amount of $50,000 and the client isn't too heavily rated beyond a table 3. So as long as you have a $50,000 minimum face amount and the client is reasonably healthy, you will be looking at terminal, critical, and chronic illnesses automatically included with your policy that the client is not going to have to pay an additional charge for. Very important, especially during the being in the COVID environment that we are in. Accelerated benefit riders have not been more popular as they are today. We also have partial and full acceleration options with our accelerated benefit riders. So if you have a customer who needs to utilize our ABR and they have a condition that will trigger that ABR, they can use, they could partially accelerate their policy, still keep some life insurance in force, and utilize that payout from the ABR to pay for any kind of medical expenses or use it how they choose. Or if they're looking for a higher ABR payment, they could fully accelerate their policy, which would yield a higher payout, but it will terminate any life insurance coverage that that customer had. But the most important thing is we have both options. As far as life products are concerned, we have one of the better lineups that you're going to find in the industry. We have a highly competitive signature term product, very competitive for face amounts over $250,000. We have our signature guaranteed universal life product, which is probably our flagship product and definitely the top product sold at American National. We also have our indexed universal life product, also very competitive, utilizes multiplier strategies. I know AG49 has definitely tapered down the potency of some of these IUL illustrations that use multipliers, but the good news is the product itself is basically unchanged. What you're going to see differently is how it's illustrated. It's only going to use the value cap for its illustrations, but you could still utilize the multiplier strategies and go for those higher earnings. It's just not going to be on an illustration. And we also have our signature whole life product, which is excellent for those looking for a guaranteed death benefit and also for some kind of cash accumulation or savings vehicle. I wanted to highlight our guaranteed universal life product just because there's so many things you could do with it, and it's also offers so many guarantees and features. First off, you could dial in a guaranteed death benefit anywhere from 95 to 121, and as long as those premiums are paid, those premiums will not change, nor will that death benefit change. As long as you pay the premiums, you are going to have that guaranteed death benefit. And you also get to select the amount of coverage that you will need with that guaranteed UL. What's pretty unique about this is it has an ROP feature that's built into the product for absolutely no additional cost, just like our accelerated benefit riders. So the client, if they chose to utilize the ROP feature, they will have access to most, if not all, of the premiums paid into that policy in the 15th, 20th, and 25th year. This is huge because it allows multiple ways in which you can repurpose your guaranteed universal life policy. For example, let's say you have a customer that needs a 20-year farm loan. Okay, they need some kind of life insurance coverage for a collateral assignment with that farm loan. Well, they can get a guaranteed universal life product and have that coverage for 20 years. And once that loan's paid off, year 20, ROP the product, get the premium that you paid into that policy returned back to you. Also, another idea, let's say you have a small family, you have the breadwinner that needs life insurance coverage. Well, let's say that customer gets to year 20. Kids are off to college. You don't need the life insurance anymore. You could ROP this product in year 20, get the premiums you paid into the policy returned back to you to go pay for college tuition, pay off your mortgage, or buy that sports car you've always wanted. So there are multiple ways you could repurpose this guaranteed universal life product. Oh, and by the way, not only is the ROP feature free and already included within this product, you're also going to have the accelerated benefit riders included as well for no additional charge. Also, our signature term has a conversion feature. So not only is that signature term include the accelerated benefit riders, and not only is it competitive, but like let's say you have a customer that maybe can't afford a signature guaranteed universal life or IUL product at this point in time. No problem, they can get the signature term, get the coverage that they need, and then later on in a couple of years, let's say their income increases or circumstances change, they can convert their signature term product to our guaranteed UL or IUL or one of our flagship products. They're not going to get the bad products. They're going to get the best stuff that we have when they choose to convert from their signature term to a guaranteed policy. We also offer conversion credits during the first 5 years of that term policy. So as I mentioned, there are a plethora of reasons why you should look at American National Life. guaranteed EWEL, you do have that flexibility to dial in the death benefit that you want. You also have that guaranteed access to cash with the ROP feature with the GUL. The GUL cash accumulation potential is not as huge as what you're going to find with your IUL or your whole life, but that ROP is really what you're looking for if you're wanting to get your money returned back to you during those specific anniversary dates. Guaranteed EWEL offers highly competitive premiums under the age of 65. We also have, as I just previously mentioned, the term conversion option with the signature term, which is huge for many people who maybe just can't quite afford that guaranteed policy or that IUL policy that they're looking for at that point in time. We have our Express and Express Plus underwriting programs that I mentioned. These are huge, especially for your healthier individuals who probably don't need to go through an exam or pyramid. This is a good program for them to get them coverage fast. We also have bunch of illustration advantages. Our illustrations are probably some of the more streamlined basic quotes that you're going to see, which is a huge benefit to your customer and to you for when you're presenting these products. And we're on most platforms that you're going to see out there for quoting, most notably our ExpertOffice platform that Angie went through for us. So it's definitely no problem at all getting an illustration. You could also call our field support center for an illustration. We also have an email and our main website. If you want to learn a little bit more about our products, you can go to img.anicoweb.com. And currently, we also have some promotions going on, especially on the life side, where you can earn up to $3,000 in cash just for writing life business with us. There is a 5-case minimum to qualify for this program, and they have to be paid and enforced by 4/15 of 2021. But you can earn up to $3,000 extra with a minimum premium of $70,000. I mean, that's a lot of money that's on the table. We also have something similar for our annuities, and again, our annuities can be submitted through ExpertOffice or submitted remotely. So huge advantage there as well. So you can earn up to $1,500 on annuity sales over 1.5 million, or $1,000 for $1,001 up to 1.5 million, and then $750 for 500,000 to 1 million. So we have it all, folks. I mean, we have the online platform, which has really been huge during the pandemic and helping you work from home, and the ease of use it is with your customers, and getting those signatures has just been tremendous. So COVID's not stopping us there. We also have all the products that are solid from top to bottom. That's worth a look. We have the underwriting programs, and we have the accelerated benefit riders as well, which come with all of our products for no charge. And we have some solid incentive programs to look at as well. And with that being said, I'll pass it back to Tony and open it up for questions. And again, thank you for jumping on here this morning to give us a look.
All right, thanks, Michael. Hang on just a second, and I will open it up for questions here in just a second. Gotta update what I got here. Give me just a second here. All right. All right, do you see my screen?
I do, I see it.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to open it up for questions. Does anyone have any questions? Go ahead and type that information or that question in your question box. In the meantime, do have a couple of polling questions I'm going to put out there. The first one is, if you'd like more information on what was discussed today, if you could please respond to that. We'll make sure to get that additional material out to you. And I'll leave that up here for a little bit. Give everybody a chance to respond. Okay, I'll close that out. And if you're not appointed with American National and you would like to get appointed with American National, I have this polling question for you to respond to. Just go ahead and respond to that. Okay. I'll leave this up for just a little bit longer. All right, we'll go ahead and close that out. Okay, Angie and Michael, you guys must have done an excellent job because I don't have any questions at all. However, if you guys do realize that you do have a question, please do not hesitate to reach out to us here at IAMS. I've got the contact information to all the sales directors up on the screen right now. You can reach out to me, whether you call our 800 number or send me an email, tony@iamsinc.com. We also have Justin Ford and Jess Riley, who is in our Topeka office. They are also life sales director. So any one of the three of us can answer any questions for you in regards to what we've discussed today or any life questions that you may have. Also, for content like this, as well as other content, we pride ourselves on providing content to our advisors to help grow their business. So for this content and others, please like us on Facebook or follow us on LinkedIn. As you see here, it's a Facebook page link as well as our LinkedIn link. So with that, if you guys don't have any other questions, I want to thank everyone for joining. Angie and Michael, I want to thank you guys for helping out with this webinar, or I should say partnering with us for this webinar. Any final thoughts?
I really appreciate the time, and definitely for everyone jumping on this morning. It's hugely beneficial, and you know, we just appreciate the opportunity.
Okay, well, thanks again. I hope everybody has a great Monday and a great week, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a great week.